I'm the Professional Standards Manager at Bendigo Financial Planning. I quite literally interpret our regulatory obligations and then put together policies and recommendations to the business about how best to address those regulatory obligations. As a Professional Standards Manager, you could say that my role basically acts as a conduit between the business and our various external stakeholders like our compliance team, our legal team. We've got various operational teams that support the business as well, and I suppose I'm the link between all those teams and the business itself. I also support our advisors. So Bendigo Financial Planning has close to 100 advisors. I often answer their queries and also deal with any technical issues they have in that respect. Our primary requirement of the role is to have great people skills and to find a way to get the answers that you require from people and to get stakeholder buy-in. I'm quite pedantic in nature, and I'm quite meticulous in nature as well, and I often, my family often gives me grief about that. But in my mind, it's one of the key attributes you need to have to be a successful compliance person. Common stereotype that if you're involved in compliance, you're the individual that everyone in the business would probably go to great lengths to avoid. But the fact of the matter is, compliance does not need to be difficult. Compliance does not need to be painful. Compliance is about finding efficiencies within your business. I always knew I wanted to be a lawyer, or I wanted to be involved in the law. It's always an area that's appealed to me, but I suppose I got into financial services later on when I was completing my law degree. I found myself always gravitating towards the more finance-related or commerce-related subjects. I actually started my legal career with the Australian Securities and Investments Commission. That really solidified in my mind that I'd very much like to spend the bulk of my working years in financial services in a legal or compliance type role, and that's what I've always actively pursued since then. It allows me to practice a lot of those skills that I developed as a lawyer, but at the same time it also allows me to develop my business acumen as well. I straddle quite a number of different fields, so I'd be lying if I said it as a 9-to-5 job. It certainly isn't. But having said that, though, look, it's not a job if you enjoy what you do. I think the most important thing is to be able to prioritize what's important for the day, and to have your short-term goals, to have your long-term priorities and your medium-term priorities, and set those priorities accordingly, and everything else, as they say, sort of falls into place. Sometimes it's also as simple as going home and turning off the work phone and not touching the laptop, and just getting that short respite from work so that you come back energized the next day. At least that's what works for me. If I could go back in time and impart some words of wisdom upon my younger self, it would be, take your time. Your career will happen. The promotions will come along. The pay increases will come along. Your opportunity to do great and exciting work will come along as well, but enjoy the ride. And be patient, enjoy the ride, because it's important to savor every moment of it.